Today it is very hard that we would confirm the crucifixion of the man named Jesus. But where did that confirmation came from? That confirmation came from Toronto Criminal Housing Organization, known as TCHC, the most corrupt housing corporation in Canada, definitely. If there's any more corrupt housing corporation, then we must abandon government housing, because this is totally corrupt. For those who don't know the work I've done at 4301 Kingston Road, all you have to do is Google it, and you will see how when this carpet was in a despicable condition for over 50 years, Mr. Kevin Clarke fought to get new tiles instead of carpets for safety issues. These walls were infested with filth. Mr. Kevin Clarke fought to see that they were repaired and that they were maintained. When Mr. Kevin Clarke got here to 4301 Kingston Road, this premise made ghetto look more ghetto than ghetto was. There was filth, dead mouses, there was cockroaches everywhere, human cockroaches, there was the four-legged cockroaches, there was all sorts of cockroaches everywhere. The place was totally falling apart. The federal government had just given all sorts of money to Toronto Community Housing. So all the contractors were there, and they were all there just to make money off Toronto Community Housing. The tenants were living in filth. You will see other videos of how disgusting this premise was. When we talked to the child care center, there was mountains and mountains and mountains of pigeon poop all over the child care center. Mr. Kevin Clarke fought to get it removed. When you take a look at the pool, it was busted, the lights were busted, it was such a danger. Mr. Kevin Clarke fought to get the eaters fixed. When you take a look at the hallways, walking through there, you had to go through crackheads, alcoholics, you had to go through dead mouses, you had to go through condoms, you had to go through needles, you had to go through crack pipes. Mr. Kevin Clarke went through that. Why? Because of 4 children, 5 to be exact, 6. Ollie Jones, murdered at the age of 10. Farrah Khan, murdered. Cecilia Zhang, murdered. Caitlin Sampson, murdered. Kaylee Callahan Balanje, ran over by a city garbage truck. It was Caitlin and all these kids and their murders that caused me to leave the streets of Toronto so I can defend human rights and children's rights in the city of Toronto. I went to 75 Silver Springs and I cleaned up that building from head to toe. Went to 4000 Lawrence and I cleaned up that building from head to toe. I went to 81 Charles Street, which is the most crime-filled building in the history of this city, and I cleaned up that building from head to toe. The media won't tell you about Mr. Kevin Clarke because I am the purest servant that has ever entered any form of government process in the history of the city of Toronto. But today, when I walked out my unit, and I put out a bunch of signs to take them out that are handwritten. And then when I woke up this evening and I found they were all gone. After yesterday, Scott Laurie, an individual here who has been here for 40 years, living in a 1-bedroom unit at Unit 1708 when he's not a tenant with his dad. And Scott Laurie has tried everything. Said he's going to murder me. He's going to kill me. I'm dead. Everywhere I go, whether it's social media, wherever I go, Scott Laurie is there. He would attack me, smack me because I have a past criminal record. So all I have to do is breathe on him. And they can call the police and throw me in jail. About a week ago, 10 days ago, I had a bunch of heart attacks. And I had to have over 200 hours in a bathtub to where I nearly died. A man came and knocked on my door. A man who moved into this unit here, and as you can see that banister here, you'll see photos of where it's totally half fallen down. Mr. Kevin Clarke got it fixed. You will see photos of this area here being disgusting, despicable condition. Mr. Kevin Clarke got it fixed. You will see photos of obstacle, broken glass, all sorts of objects that can harm children over here. Mr. Kevin Clarke got that fixed. When you go over here, you will see that light that's right there. For years, it did not work until Kevin Clarke got here and got it fixed. But then this evening, we found out that Jesus was crucified. Because after this man knocked my door and I'm having a heart attack, I came down this evening and I asked him, because his wife had spoke to me, or someone here spoke to me yesterday about Toronto Community Housing wanting to split their backyard into two, as you can see by this pole. So yesterday I was doing a video, and you will see the video where Laurie attacked me out here and said he was going to kill the Nigger. But he's the Nigger. He's just a Caucasian one. And this Caucasian tried to kill a colored man, and the people of the city of Toronto, having him try to do this publicly, stayed silent. But this evening, I confirm the crucifixion of a man named Jesus. And how did I confirm it? I came down here, and now they're going to say that Mr. Clarke is taking photos of people's apartments. As you can see, I'm taking a photo of a fence. This unit is located right by the back entrance of 4301 Kingston Road. So I came down here, and I saw the individual there, and I asked him for a light. And then I said, oh, you came to my door a couple days ago. Can you tell me why? The individual said, because my kitchen is flooded. He says, his kitchen is flooded. I says, what does that have to do with me? He says, because it was you that flooded my kitchen. I said, how could I flood your kitchen? He says, the superintendent of Toronto Criminal Housing Corporation of 4301 Kingston Road told these tenants here that lives, I won't give you their unit number, but told these tenants here that live by the unit, by the front entrance on the first floor, that the water damage in their unit came, take a look, you see the light up there? There's a pink light. That's my unit. The superintendent told them that water traveled from unit 907, passed by unit 807, 707, 607, 507, 407, 307, 207. The water passed by unit 910, unit 908, 909, 910, 911, and 912. All the way down to 208, 209, 210, 211, and the water from Kevin Clarke's unit caused the damage in this unit here on the first floor.
Go home.
Do you believe?
Yeah.
Do you believe that that water would travel from all these units here, from that red light up there, and bypass every single one of these units to lodge? I'm not going to show you right there. You see the unit right beside where the light is here? So you see the light right here. So the unit next to this light to the left, the water traveled past all these units. Every single one of these units, every single one, from where you see the red light all the way down to that unit there. Now, that does not show that Toronto Community Housing was the one who orchestrated the attack, the gang attack by Scott Terry Laurie, his father, Terry Laurie, and a bunch of other anti-immigrant Caucasians who wish people of low income to live in dog poo, cockroaches, mouses, bed bugs, drug addiction, alcoholism. And they place families in all this environment, And they use that system that they've set up to destroy families in the city of Toronto, to destroy their life because they are an orchestrated gang. That's all it is. Government housing using gangs to get immigrants in trouble so they can end up in jail or have their children end up in children's aid society. This is what's happening in Toronto. The truth will set us free. Take a look. The super of 4301 Kingston Road, Toronto Community Housing, an agency funded by the City of Toronto, the federal government, the provincial level of government, tried to kill this man by trying to get tenants to attack him, by telling the tenants that all the water damage that's over here, the unit I am speaking about, is right beside this light I'm showing you here. So the unit closest to the left, the super of 4301 Kingston Road, told that tenant to go and knock on my door, which is where that red light is, because the water damage in the unit, that unit is right there. So the water damage came from 907, my unit, where you see that red light, and traveled all the way to that unit and bypassed every single other unit. We're going to go at the front, and you're going to see another sign by somebody who's been attacking me for 2.5 years. They got the most awesomest family, awesomest people. But this person has got some form of real problems. Their sign says, vote for anyone but Kevin Clarke. Kevin Clarke, the one who fixed this building, the one who made this building fit for people to live and for people to grow. The man who brings the light to Toronto Community House. So Scott Terry Laurie has been one of those attackers. He's been the lead attacker. And he has vowed right through social media, you'll see everything, that he's going to kill me. I will die before I become mayor, he says. And we're going to show you another one of them, Kimberly Goddard. Take a look. These are the things that lie in Toronto Community Housing property. So, another one, the two main culprits, Scott Terry Laurie and Kimberly Goddard. And it is definite that Toronto Community Housing has been paying these people to attack. There you go. You saw the knife, now you see the dead bird. This is right by an area where kids play. Toronto Community Housing, a government organization, hire dysfunctional, alcoholic, drug-infested people to attack good tenants. The knife you see there, the dead bird you see there. This bag of dog shit has been here for 2.5 months. Okay. So we're going to go here, and you have heard about 1708 Scott Terry Laurie, who has been ordered or been paid by Toronto Community Housing to try and take the life of Kevin Clarke, because this is what Kevin Clarke has created at Kingston Road and Gallery. We're going to show you photos of how the premise looked before Kevin Clarke got here. And just so, let me see if we can get the light here. But there's the sign right there, you'll see. Let's see here. There's 1, 2, and oh, they took the sign down after we brought attention to it this evening, I think. But we'll see tomorrow. But there was a sign there that says, vote anybody but Kevin Clarke. To God be the glory. We're asking the federal level of government to start an immediate investigation, and we're asking for an indictment of Scott Terry Laurie on 8 crimes and Kimberly Goddard of 4301 Kingston Road. And we're asking the Attorney General of Ontario and the Attorney General of Canada to start an immediate investigation, and for us to sanction and to bring charges against Toronto Community Housing for being a criminal organization. Scott Terry Laurie has vowed to kill me. Scott Terry Laurie has taken every single property that I've placed around, and he has broken them up, destroyed them. Scott Terry Laurie has attacked me and has assaulted me, and this individual has done things that are despicable. We are asking the Ontario government and the federal level of government to address this matter immediately. Toronto Community Housing is an agency that is put there to see that everyone can enjoy the reasonable enjoyment of life. Take a look at this property. This is what Kevin Clarke has done. In less than 5 years, I have transformed this place from a cesspool to a home. And Toronto Community Housing have the nerve to hire individuals to try and take this man's life. The crucifixion of Jesus is real. God is with us.